everybody, I'm Dwayne Moreno. Welcome to today's edition of Autoversity. And if you like these posts, please share them and please like them. The last couple of tips were regarding right intention and right views, and today I want to talk about something called right speech. Now, what I mean by right speech, there's many elements here of language and how it affects yourself and other people. Internally, externally, the context, the effect it has on people's state, and the breadth or depth of it. So let me go through this real quick. Internal language. It's kind of funny. If you get in touch with how you talk to yourself during the day, I find it somewhat comical. If the phone rings and I see who's on call display, somebody walks in the room, I hear somebody talking about somebody, that I know. You wake up in the morning, you might say, your voice in your head says, another day, or perhaps another day, or maybe, another day. I mean, it's not just what you say, it's how you say it, even in your own mind. So first tip is get in touch and start listening to that voice in your head, because internal language is going to affect how you react and see everything. Next one, same concept, but on external language. When you talk to other people, our language has a profound effect on people's neurology, on their state. I've studied this now for over 25 years. What you say, how you say it, when you say it, affects people deeply. So I want you to start paying attention how other people are talking to each other, and also how you are talking to people you know. Again, not just what you say, but how you say it. What I want you to play with, moving to the next part of the external language component, is how you can affect people's state through changing your language patterns. So in sales, generally speaking, you don't want to use language that has any emotional charge early in the sale. You don't have any rapport with this person. They don't know you. They're often suspicious as to your intentions. You want to use language that, you can have a conversation with somebody, extract information, but generally language that does not hold an emotional charge. I go through this in my workshops extensively. A lot of older sales language to today's consumer really creates a lot of misperceptions and different ideas of what you're trying to find out. So watch language that may have emotional charge. Now, if you've attended my seminars, there are times in my seminars where I will use some crazy language when I feel the group needs a state change, if I'm trying to provoke somebody that is maybe moving in a certain direction, sometimes just to really punctuate or make a point of something. Language, certain types of language has its place in society. When you're selling somebody one-on-one, you want to mirror their language patterns. You never ever use profane language first. Some people hate it so much it's going to cost you the sale. However, there are some people that after 10 or 15 minutes, they're using so much colorful language that if you don't use a word or two, you can't connect with them. You need to mirror them because people like themselves. So get in touch with language and the appropriateness of certain types of language. I don't want to start talking about political correctness. Political correctness actually is a technique to get everybody to shut up and not communicate or not complain or say anything about anything anybody's doing to you. It's really designed to isolate and separate people and make it so you can't talk about certain things. So I am not a fan of PC. Also, if you study language patterns of individuals, the most politically correct people and the people that never use any colorful language, believe it or not, are the most dishonest people on the planet. That's been studied. They've got so many filters up. They're so cautiously watching what they're saying all the time because they're looking to manipulate people and to really cover up their own intentions. Last point, besides the internal language, external language, how it affects people's state, is the context and I guess the breadth and scope of the language. If you're going to try to figure out what a politician's motives are, what they're really about as a person, watch their entire interview on YouTube. Don't watch snippets from the news. Reporters are notorious for taking a clip, putting their twist in the beginning and their twist on the end, and changing the context of what that individual is saying. Listen to what they're saying from front to back, and really pay attention to the entirety of the talk, because context is everything. And last point, breadth and depth and scope of language. They say leaders are readers. I believe that. I'm reading something all the time. As an example of having a broader scope or control of whatever your primary language is, Eskimos apparently have 13 words to describe snow. I mean, that's the environment they live in. I imagine it also would affect their success rate and survival rate by being able to look outside and identify 13 different types of conditions of snow. What a richer experience they have in the environment they live in than I would, calling everything snow or maybe ice. I mean, when you open up your scope and understanding of language, you have a richer understanding of the world, and you have a much bigger ability to persuade and influence and communicate with many other people. So Right Speech was a conversation here for today. Thanks for watching Autoversity. Again, like or share them, please, and great selling. We'll talk to you soon. Great day.